دعاء فرناه إن شاء الله. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. اللهم ارحم موتى المسلمين أجمعين. اللهم اشف مرضانا. اللهم ارحم موتانا. اللهم إنا نسألك العفو والعافية ونسألك تمام العافية ونسألك الغنى عن الناس. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنا كنا من الظالمين. ربنا وفقنا لكل خير واجعلنا من أهل الخير وأدخلنا الجنة يوم القيامة مع القرآن واحشرنا مع أهل القرآن. آمين. Respected elders, sisters, brothers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless our brother Emery and his wife for having us and sharing with us their beautiful house to seek knowledge, inshallah. And may I start with your questions before anyone has questions, please? Anything? Something happened, maybe something you were discussing before I arrived. Someone going to Umrah still has questions about Umrah. I'm sure you have questions. It's just when you see me, you forget. I know that.
Sheikh,
Yes.
can you explain to us on the ayah yesterday that you mentioned about when you are in sadness, the one that
The dua.
the dua of Surah Al-Kahfi. Yeah.
Okay. Bismillah. Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. There is a wonderful dua and very, very short. Every Muslim can memorize it right away. This dua is the key for all your sadness. If you are sad or upset or angry or facing any hardship, especially when you feel your chest very heavy, something bothering you, you say it. When you say it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removes that pain that is in your heart. And this dua actually is taken from, it's hadith al-Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. It's the Prophet who told us, and Aisha radiallahu anha narrated the hadith. It's found in Surah Al-Kahfi, verse 38. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لكن هو الله ربي ولا أشرك بربي أحدا. Indeed, Allah is my Lord, and I don't commit shirk with my Lord anyone. This is the ayah. But the hadith says, if one of you feels pain in his heart, anger, sadness, any form of disturbance, let him say this, the Prophet said, Allahu Rabbi. Allah, he repeat twice. Allahu Rabbi. ولا أشرك به شيئا. ولا أشرك به شيئا. In the ayah أحدا. In the hadith شيئا. I will write it here for the sake of everyone and memorize it inshallah. This hadith is narrated by our mother Aisha radiallahu anha. You say Allahu, then Allahu Rabbi. ولا أشرك به شيئا. This is the door. This is the door. Everybody, read with me inshallah. Allahu. Everybody. Allahu Rabbi ولا أشرك به شيئا. This is dua. It's a form of dhikr that brings so much peace. Allahu Rabbi. Allah is my Lord, and I don't commit shirk with Him, anything. Now you know why it's important to say La ilaha illallah, dhikr? Dhikr of La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. It's because it's a form of reminding yourself that Allah is your Lord, so nothing will disturb you. So this hadith is found in the Quran in Surah Al-Kahfi, verse 38. لكن هو الله ربي ولا أشرك بربي أحدا. أحدا means anyone. شيئا means anything. So this is the dua, inshallah. Please memorize it and share it with your friends. We keep complaining, I feel sad, I feel angry, I feel depressed. Okay, take a pill. What's that pill? This dua, that's all. Very simple. Memorize it, please, and share it. Share it with your loved ones. Clear, inshallah? Okay. What else? Any other question? Bismillah. Anyone has questions? Your children ask you a question, you couldn't answer. A friend, a neighbor, something bothering you since you got married. Many things since I got married, right? Like beer.
Oh my God.
So you want to keep the door open like this? Or I can... Alright, then let's go to Surah Al-Baqarah, last page. Last page. Surah Al-Baqarah, last page. Verse 284 until the end. The last three verses of Surah Al-Baqarah. Let's see the importance of these three verses. Surah Al-Baqarah took 8 years for revelation to be completed. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam migrated to Medina, Allah started revealing Surah Al-Baqarah to him, bit by bit. You know the Quran was revealed over 23 years. 8 years, just Al-Baqarah. Wow. 8 years out of 23, the surah, the Quran that was revealed was Al-Baqarah. Now that doesn't mean other surahs were not revealed at the same time, but that shows you the importance of Surah Al-Baqarah and how big this surah is, not only in number and size, but in value. Surah Al-Baqarah is full of knowledge, and it's the surah that the Jews hate so much. The Jews hate the Quran, but they hate so much Surah Al-Baqarah. Who can tell me why? The Jews cannot stand Surah Al-Baqarah. It reminds them of their psychology. You know, when you tell someone something about him, which is the truth, but he is in denial, he will not like you because he is in denial. But they know deep inside that that's who they are. So they even negotiated with Allah. The Jews. They negotiated with God who is God. So with you and me, do you think they will not try to trick us? Second, this surah, sisters and brothers, this is the surah that every Muslim should recite before moving to a new house. If you are moving to a new house, or new apartment, or your children are going to university to live in a room, they have to read this surah. This surah must be recited.
But in your house.
In your house.
So before moving, but you read it in your house.
Huh?
You read it in the new house.
Yes. Let's say, inshallah, you're going to move. Before you move, this surah must be recited. Because it kicks out the bad spirit. The jinn cannot tahan Surah Al-Baqarah. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the greatest ifrit cannot, he will run away. That's why we're supposed to recite Surah Al-Baqarah. So if someone is moving to a new house, or your children are going to school, to a different place, but if you are going to live there, don't read it in a hotel. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Hotel room, mashallah, Al-Baqarah, Allah.
It's okay.
That's good, I wish, but it's not wajib. Because you are not dwelling there.
Sheikh, how is the manner that we're supposed to, it has supposed to be?
Very good. Like everybody takes one page? No. Doesn't work. You have one should read it. One should read it. The father, the mother, the sister.
Means reading
The whole surah.
At one go.
No, you don't have to do it one row.
One go, in one go.
Okay. Drama, we watch one row. Soccer, one row. And we are ready to even for another match. Right or wrong?
Yes.
So why not Baqarah one row? 2 hours you finish. What is 2 hours? For P, we have 3 hours. Right or wrong? For your favorite team, you have 3 hours. For backbiting, 7 hours. For Quran, we cannot have 2 hours. Come in. If someone cannot, not difficult, he can't read, then let him play CD. Play CD. CD or DVD, no problem. YouTube. But don't move to the house before you do that. Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah blessed you with new house, you cannot read Surah Al-Baqarah for him. So what type of Muslims are we? Honestly, Allah gave you new house, new apartment, you cannot read. And for your own good, so that shayateen will not disturb you when you're asleep or disturb your kids. Or
Sheikh, what if this knowledge didn't come to us when we moved to the new house? Can after we stay for a
very
period of
good.
time,
Can I Sheikh read? Yeah. Actually, the Quran must be read every day in our homes. At least heard, CD. Every morning you get up, the first thing you should do is few verses before you go to work. Or make that habit. You come in, 5-10 minutes of Quran. You are about to sleep, the last thing you sleep with is the Quran. Alhamdulillah. You're protected by Allah and His Malaika. The Quran only when someone dies. When someone dies, we open the Mus'haf. Right or wrong?
Yes.
Quran is for the living, it's not for the dead. That alas, they want to Allah's mercy. It's us who are still facing hardships and problems. And so, yes, do it, please. Do recite.
Any specific times?
Anytime. No time, alhamdulillah. For Quran, anytime. Because if specific time, then you don't have time for that specific time. Your work calls you, or children need you, or anytime.
So that we are moving to a new house. Normally, preferably be at night, or it can start in the morning.
Anytime. Anytime that is easy for you. If night is easy for you, Bismillah. If daytime easy for you, no problem. But don't move. Rasulullah ﷺ says, do not move to a new place without reciting Quran. Also, when you go camping, When you go camp, you go to the wilderness, you don't know what lives there. You think this universe just for you and me and the animals? How about the jinn? You are entering a cave. Who told you that no one lives there? You go by the sungai to wash yourself. Who tells you that other creatures don't live there? And they see you, you don't see them. Allah says about shaitan, إِنَّهُ يَرَاكُمْ هُوَ وَقَبِيلُهُ بِحَيْثُ لَا تَرَوْنَهُ. Indeed, he sees you and his likes, meaning the jinn, from where you don't see them. That's all. So we recite, then alhamdulillah, we are what? Shielded, protected. They cannot harm you whatsoever. This is very important sunnah. Please revive it and tell people about it. Now, or Sheikh, I moved to this house 10 years ago, and I didn't read, no problem. Make niyyah and read one day. Do I have to finish Surah Al-Baqarah in one shot? No. I read few verses after Fajr, few verses after Dhuhr, few verses after Maghrib, Asr, something like that. Then I finish. 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, no problem. But better one shot. One shot, you sit down, you turn off the cell phone, you even throw it somewhere else so that no one disturbs you, and you stay with Allah. Finish, alhamdulillah. Because this only once. Or whenever you move to a new place. I don't expect you to move every year. Otherwise you are Bedouin. You are not. Bedouins move every year. Clear, inshallah? Okay. How about little girls? How are they doing? Good? Okay. MashaAllah.
Sheikh,
Yes.
on
Yes, sister.
talking about this spirit,
Mm.
what if you have people who come to our house and they have those things in
Excellent. That's another reason, because sometimes it's people who bring you those things. Or evil eye. Or a person has an evil eye. For example, whenever he looks at something, it falls, it breaks. When you read something, it doesn't happen. Some people have evil eye. Doesn't mean they are evil people. They don't say MashaAllah, they don't say Subhanallah. So, if they come, because you have already read the Quran, nothing happens.
But if they themselves are carrying those things,
It's okay. They'll become weak. In your house, they become weak. Yes. Yes.
Means
I know.
by virtue of
By
us
virtue of the
reading
surah.
but
They become weak.
if
No, that thing becomes weak, not them. Not them. You don't see that like that, no. That thing cannot perform. That thing performs only in negative surrounding environment. Positive cannot.
But they must hear us reciting it, or
No.
like
Not necessary.
they are staying downstairs, we are upstairs, we can recite it upstairs.
No problem. Yeah.
Sheikh, this I spoke to you earlier. I went to the masjid and they were talking. The ustaz was explaining about putting the agreement between Nabi Sulaiman alayhi salam and the jinn and putting it on the wall. What's your take on this?
There is no agreement between Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam and the jinn. It was the command of Allah to the jinn to obey Sayyidina Sulaiman. So that's number one. He made mistake by telling you there is a contract. If there was a contract, Allah would have told us about it. And then they put something on top of the wall. It's most of the time in triangle. No, most of the time. And they put triangle and they put alif, lam, mim, ta, sin, mim. No. There is nothing like that, sisters. Whoever is telling you, brothers, whoever is telling you that actually is just lying to you. There is no agreement like contract between Sayyidina Sulaiman alayhi salam and between the jinn. The jinn were just made obedient by Allah to him, to Sulaiman alayhi salam. He controlled them. And there was so much taqwa of him. And here is the evidence that the jinn doesn't know the answer. When he died like this. On his steps. Sitting on his chair, he died like this. his eyes were open. They thought, Allah says, if they knew the unseen, they wouldn't stay working because remember, the bodies of prophets are not touched by the verse. The prophets don't deteriorate. If you go to any grave of any prophet now, you will find him sleeping, like me and you, like this. Allah doesn't allow the earth to eat the flesh of prophets. Okay? So he stayed long. So they don't stink, they don't change. The bodies don't change. What changed is that the fern ate the stick. There was termite eating. So the stick, when it broke, he fell. When he fell down, they realized, oh, man, he has been dead for a long time. Months. We have been working without thinking he was watching us. So they realized they don't know the unseen, only Allah knows the unseen. Meaning, oh Wahai human, you and me, don't be afraid of the jinn. Because they don't know the answers. Because the jinn claims, bomo. Claims what? He knows about you. And he uses the jinn. The jinn doesn't know the answer. He's a liar. The jinn lies to the bomo lies to you. And you lie to yourself. And if you keep going to the bomo, you go to hell. Don't tell Sheikh never told us. I'm telling you now. If any one of you goes to the bomo, even goes, khalas. How about going and believing? Never go to anyone to seek what we call unseen. Unseen knowledge is only in the hands of Allah. Only Allah knows the answer, no one else.
So Sheikh, those
So, sorry, just to follow up with the question, don't forget. Those who say there was an agreement, say, well, what's your dalil, Sheikh, Ustaz? What's your evidence that there was a contract? There was no contract.
What was the reason that the Ustad say you have to put that on your wall or something?
Very good,
like
yeah,
that?
good question.
What was the reason?
To prevent jinn from coming to the house.
Okay.
There is only one way to prevent the jinn from coming out. Number one, don't have dogs and don't have idols. No dogs and no idols.
Oh.
You know, like Bali faces. It's your culture anyway, alhamdulillah. The Malays of Malaysia are much better than the Malays of Indonesia. Indonesia is still keeping those faces on the walls. Those are what shaitan wants. Shaitan wants that face. Figurines. Don't leave the toys of the children. Put them in the bed. When they sleep, put them in what you call box. Toys. Also, this one. When there is no Quran in the house, the shaitan will come in. Any shaitan will come. Also music, loud music, sisters, brothers. Loud music invites shayateen. Are you okay? Okay. Alright.
Shay, when you say there's no Quran in the house, meaning no Quran physical or
No.
recitation?
No recitation. Yeah, no recitation.
Brother Rizali's question just now, he said, what about those who go to the Imam of Masjid who can also do Ruqyah? Is that also shirk?
No, it's not shirk, but it's too much. In Malaysia, everything is exaggerated. Takbir, you know that, right?
So
You know
Sheikh,
it.
that by putting that, is that shirik also?
No, it's like this. Hold on. Yeah, by putting that contract, of
Yes.
course. Because you are hoping that that thing protects you, not Allah. Number two, back to my sister. Ruqya is a good thing to do, but you don't need someone to do it. You do it on yourself. Listen to me. Do you need Sheikh Zoubir to come and do ruqya on you? You don't need. You yourself can make dua. Ya Allah, I'm sick, please. I'm reciting the Fatiha with the intention of healing. You do that, you are out of, inshallah, the problem. Sometimes you want someone, you think he's a good man, she's a good woman. No problem. But don't believe in that. Don't believe in the Sheikh or that Ustaza or whoever. You believe in Allah. He just said, maybe that person is closer to Allah. Maybe. Nobody knows. Only Allah knows who is closer to him. No problem. But to make it as a habit a shifa, it becomes now hospital, they start giving you water. It's too much. Now we are really exaggerating.
They say they can scan.
MashaAllah.
It's good.
They couldn't scan what MDB was, what it was about to happen. They couldn't scan that. And Allahu Akbar.
Since you are talking about ruqya, we have so many circulations by everyone saying if you are in this sickness, you read this 40 times, 100 times,
Yeah,
this
that
specific
is
ayat
wrong.
in the Quran.
Absolutely wrong.
And there are books on it.
Yeah.
Is
Of course.
it dependable?
There are books on sihr, sister. There are books on haram. Doesn't mean haram is okay. People have the energy to even write books. No. Follow Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Always learn the sunnah of the Prophet. What did he do when somebody got sick from his children? He used to put his hand where it hurts and recite the Fatiha. Recite any verse of the Quran. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu visited someone who was sick. He put his hand where it hurt and he moved his lips. They asked him, what did you recite? He said, end of Surah Al-Mu'minun. End of Surah Al-Mu'minun. That's all. And the person got well. The Quran, all of it is shifa. All of it. When the niyyah is, Ya Rab, I'm going to recite, Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar, with the intention of curing me. Allah will cure you. But now we started believing in, we run from Momo, we fall into this Ustaz now. Then Ustaz become older, then we go to something else. That is not right. Never put between you and Allah anyone. In between. If you put between you and Allah someone, not good. Not good at all. So just make dua. Okay.
Here in Malaysia, we like to say that we can inherit all these bad spells from the grandfather, grandmother, father, mother, you know, and yeah, from the ancestors. Like in their family, they say they have this sakar, you know, and one of the daughters is not well. It's because inherit all those
No.
genes.
Okay. The Quran says, وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى. No one will be responsible for the ills of somebody else. Now, if you want to inherit, you can. But it's not because you are his daughter or his son. No. Some people want that to stay in the family. That's an evil that they require, which is haram. Saka and all this jinn that some people, and you know, they worship them. You have to know this. The shaitan, the jinn doesn't come and work for you for free. Please understand that. So some kids get sick, no. Not because it passed to somebody else. No. Medical disease. But some, unfortunately, people want it. They said, okay, I can take that from my father. So there is a lot of sihr here, especially here in the Malay world, and in Africa, and in Pakistan. These three, Malaysia, Pakistan, and in India as well. These areas of the world are full of sihr. So that's why the dhikr of Allah, reciting the end of Surah Al-Baqarah like we are going to do now, will really shield you, protect you. There is sihr, there is. It's true, black magic. But it will not harm you without the will of Allah. Remember this. But when we see a child sick, it doesn't mean, he's like paying for what his parents did. No. And then somebody else in the family, no. Yeah. This is mainly Hindu traditions. There is a big Hindu influence on the Malays. You know that. Hey Malays, you have to thank Allah, Islam has come to you. Otherwise you will be another India. Serious. Imagine the Malays without Islam. What do you think you're gonna be?
Maybe like the Bali.
Yes, another Bali. Thank Allah, Islam has come, masjid, adhan, hijab, your sisters, mashallah, look very beautiful when they cover. All this, because the fact that we are having class here. Otherwise, all of us now will be in, but okay. climbing there? Or old ladies and old men still climbing? Oh my God. Clear inshallah? Yalla, let's move on. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان. We recite inshallah so that barakah comes to this house. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض.
لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض.
وإن تبدوا ما في أنفسكم أو تخفوه يحاسبكم به الله فيغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء
فيغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء
والله على كل شيء قدير
والله على كل شيء قدير.
آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون
آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون
كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله
كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله
لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله
لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله
وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا
وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا
غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير
غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير.
لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها
لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها
لها ما كسبت
لها ما كسبت
وعليها ما اكتسبت
وعليها ما اكتسبت
لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت
لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت.
ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا The brothers are sleeping. What happened? I hear only ladies' voices more louder than you. Yalla, brothers. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا
ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا.
Much better. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا
ربنا لا تحمل علينا إصرا
كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا
إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا.
ربنا ولا تحملنا
ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به
واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا
واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا
أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين.
أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين.
Excellent. I want to show you a secret about Surah Al-Baqarah. The last word in Surah Al-Baqarah is what? Look at it. Kafirin. The last word of Surah Al-Baqarah is Al-Kafirin. The last word. So Al-Baqarah is to protect us from what?
Kafir.
Kufr and kafir. So that you don't fall into kufr and the kafirin don't harm you. Meanwhile, Alif Lam Mim ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى لل. So the first ayah, the last word of the first ayah is muttaqin. The last word of the last ayah is kafirin. So Allah is telling you, choose. You want to be Oran Taqwa or Oran Kafir? Up to you. Surah Al-Baqarah is in between Taqwa and Kufr. Meaning if you follow Al-Baqarah, you'll be safe. Baqarah is very important surah. Surah Al-Baqarah. All Rasulullah said, he who memorizes Al-Baqarah and Ali Imran will enter Jannah. If you memorize only these two surahs, make sure the kids memorize them. Dakhal al-Jannah, he will enter Jannah. Yalla ladies, sometimes you have nothing to do. Morning, sikit jadi bukit. I know a lady, 78 years old, she just finished the Quran. And she never gone to school. She learned everything from old age. With her granddaughter. She takes her granddaughter, she memorizes with her. She finished. Granddaughter and grandma. Quran is the only thing you can really memorize at old age. There is nothing else you can memorize in old age. In old age you forget, but not the Quran. That's the miracle of the Quran. And people who memorize the Quran, they are far away from Alzheimer. Alzheimer doesn't touch you if you memorize the Quran. Now you know why we need to read the Quran. Read it. Also read, sisters, old ladies, old men must read. Open Mus'haf and read. Because we just tell the kids to read. We always tell the kids to read. Easy to tell the children to read. How about you? Sometimes you don't need to tell your children and grandchildren to read. You just read in front of them and they will see. They become leaders. Okay, good.
Sorry, what if you recite the last juz?
The last juz?
Juz Amma.
You mean memorize? It's good, but not as good as Al-Baqarah. It's good to memorize last juz. Very good. Better than nothing. But, which one is afdal? Is Surah Al-Baqarah. Surah Al-Baqarah full of laws. Full of what you should do and what you should not do. Hajj is mentioned in it. Ramadan is mentioned in it. Zakat is mentioned in it. Marriage and talaq is in it. Prophets' history, including Musa, the beginning of the first history of mankind, Adam and Shaitan, is mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah. Everything in Al-Baqarah. Jihad is in Al-Baqarah. Sisters. MashaAllah. Okay, let's see. We start with Brother Emily, the first ayah, which is Lillahi ma fi samawati wa ma fi al-ard. English?
Which ayah is that?
284.
284. Okay. Whatever is in the heavens and in the earth belongs to God, Allah. And wherever you reveal or conceal your thoughts, God will call you to account for them. He will forgive whoever He will and punish whoever He will. He has a power over all things.
Excellent. One thing we always forget. One thing we always forget as humans. What is it? Is this. This house belongs to who? Oh, to me. That car? To so-and-so. That Malaysia? Oh, to the Malaysian government. You are all wrong. Everything belongs to Allah. You see, this is the mistake we do. Whose key is this? Sheikh Zoubir's. Whose phone is there? Sheikh Zoubir's. No. Everything belongs to Allah. Remember this. Everything belongs to Allah. That's the mistake we do. When we forget that everything belongs to Allah, it becomes difficult to give. Now you know why it's very difficult for some people to donate, to even give zakat? Because they think it's theirs. It's not yours. You have been just entrusted with it. The kids Allah gave you are not yours. It's His. His creation. He gave them to you to test you. He can take them anytime He wants. The wife He gave you, the husband He gave you, the money, the position. You were minister yesterday, today? Yesterday you were minister, today no. Yesterday you were called First Lady. Today you're called Last Lady. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
That's serious. Yesterday you were boss of this plant, this factory. Now you are no more. Why? Because there is one thing we are forgetting. That everything in heavens and earth, including you and me and our companies and our wealth and whatever we may have, belongs to Allah. Allah is the true inheritor. No one else. Even when you inherit your father, your children will inherit you immediately. If you die a minute after your father, listen, a man dies now, his son dies a minute after him. Islamically, he inherits him. Then his children inherit the father. So nothing belongs to us. That's a mistake we do, my sisters and brothers. We always live with that Western thought that we have been trained and taught from childhood that this is mine. There is nothing called mine. Everything belongs to Allah. If we correct this concept in our minds, it becomes so easy for us to share and care. We start sharing, we start caring, we start loving people, we start standing up for the truth. So Allah reminds us at the end of Surah Al-Baqarah, لِلَّهِ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Never forget that. All you who believe, if you truly believe in me, you should believe that everything belongs to me. What is in heavens and what is in the earth. Actually, whatever you have is on earth. What is earth compared to heaven? Remember when we did Tafseer of Surah of Ayatul Kursi? This earth is a dot that sometimes, then if you keep going out of the far away from the earth, you don't even see it. First sky, second, third, second. So look how big. What we have is on earth, and it's still not ours, it's Allah's. So imagine what Allah is telling you. Everything belongs to me. So you better just live according to that. If I live with the idea that everything belongs to Allah, I will not have depression. Rasulullah ﷺ, Allah gave him 7 kids. He took 6 kids out of his life while he was still alive. Did he get to depression? He buried 2 wives. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Khadija in Mecca and Zainab in Medina. He buried hundreds of Sahaba whom he loved so much. Tens of cousins, uncles, aunties, many Muslims, young and old, who died for him, loving him. You see what I mean? Many nights he sleeps very hungry with a brick on his stomach. He ties it so that the stomach feels there is something. You know, hunger. God forbid, if anyone faces hunger, he should tie up himself with a turban, put something here, like a brick. So the stomach thinks there is something in. It stops bothering you. MashaAllah, you never sleep hungry. 24/7. The only country in the world 24/7. Bangano. Even America, they close around 1 a.m. Malaysia is unique, mashallah. Youth, you don't like Malaysia? Leave Malaysia for 1 month, come back to the UK, it's Malaysia. There is this boy who is a little bit spoiled by his mom. His mom is one of my students. So now, he went to Australia to study. Australia, now he really misses the food. Because he was always, she sent him to Australia to study. Now he comes, he just wants to eat Malaysian food so much. Before he used to complain. Thank Allah, children, especially the youth. Thank Allah for what Allah gave you. So please remember, to Allah belongs everything that is in heavens and earth. Everything, everything. Everything includes what? Humans, jinn, angels, animals, treasures, whatever Allah has created belongs to Him. And we are just guests. We are just guests. We are passing. One day we go back to where we came from. We came from Tana, we go back to Tana. Simple as this. So please remember that. That's a thing many Muslims forget. The word mine is killing us. You should say, for example, congratulations, this is a nice car. You have a nice car. Say, this is from Allah. Quickly return it to Allah. Nice son, nice baby. Yeah, Allah gave me that. Now you are attributing things to Allah. You are a good Muslim. If you disclose what is in your selves or conceal it, Allah knows about it. Now the second thing. To Allah belongs what is in heaven and earth. The second, if you say something, show it through your actions or through your tongue or hide it in your heart, Allah still knows about it. Who can tell me how important this ayah is? Psychologically. You tell your children, whether you say something or you do it or you hide it in your heart, Allah knows about it. How important this fact to be known? Meaning, purify your thoughts. Don't think bad. Do you know if you think bad, you start doing bad? If you start thinking bad, you didn't do bad at all in your life. Now you start doing it. Why? Because you are thinking. That's why Allah Azza wa Jalla said, be careful. I know what is inside you, so you better think good. Think good of people, think good of yourself, think good of Allah. Be positive. Yes.
If you think bad, but you don't do the bad act, it's not a sin yet.
It's not a sin, but if you invite it, if you start thinking bad, for example, you start plotting against harming someone, that is bad. But an idea crossed your mind to really hurt someone, then you say, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim," and you don't do it. Allah will reward you. But if you keep thinking, pondering, like you really keep plotting, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? So, an idea crossing your mind, which is bad, no problem. You fight it. But no, now you are plotting. Like the Jews, they plot. Every day they plot. What to do, how to control the Muslims, how to hit the economy of Malaysia, how to do this. That is wrong.
But Sheikh, sometimes we are in our vulnerable time in our lives. Our heart is weak. So if these bad thoughts came into your, how do you want to actually
Very
negate?
good. Just say, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim." Astaghfirullah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Astaghfirullah. Repeat. Seek refuge in Allah from shaitan and say astaghfar. Sometimes bad things come to your mind. To do haram, to say something, to punch someone, it's okay. Astaghfirullah wa atubu ilayh. That's all. because you're human. You are not an angel for these thoughts not to come to you. But please don't keep inviting them. Say, tonight I want to plot how to destroy. And then, no. It's like you really want to do it. No. Some people do that and they're mad. Plan. This clear, inshallah? So, to Allah belongs everything in the heavens. Not in the heaven, in the heavens, 6, 7 heavens. And what is on earth. And if you, humans, show, disclose what is inside yourselves, or hide it, Allah will hold you responsible for it. This ayah, careful, Sheikh, I thought of not waking up for Salat al-Fajr. Is Allah going to punish me? Yes. Hold on. Yes. When this ayah was revealed. When this ayah was revealed, Sahaba panicked. They said, Ya Rasulullah, sometimes we think evil, like my brother said. Sometimes we think bad. Are we going to be responsible? He told them this ayah. Then the other ayah came, which we will see now. That Allah will not hold you for what came to your minds. Alhamdulillah. So He made it easy. Otherwise, all of us, one day, na'udhu billah, will be in big trouble because all of us are susceptible for this bad thoughts to come. So Alhamdulillah, Allah made it easy after this ayah. But this ayah is like shocked the Sahaba that you better not think bad. Yuhasibkum billah. Allah will hold you responsible for having a bad thought. Yes. That was the beginning. Then another ayah came to say Allah will not hold you responsible unless you act upon it. Oh, Alhamdulillah. How many bad thoughts cross our minds every day? Oh, it means we are going to hell. No. Unless you turn it into action. Unless you say a bad word or does an action which Allah doesn't like. In this case, you are responsible. But before, no. فَيَغْفِرُ لِمَنْ يَشَاءُ وَيُعَذِّبْ مَنْ يَشَاءُ فَيَغْفِرُ لِمَنْ يَشَاءُ وَيُعَذِّبُ مَنْ يَشَاءُ. Allah will forgive whom He wills and He will punish whom He wills. Now what does that mean? Does that mean some of us, Allah will punish them just like that without doing something wrong? No. The ayah is like this. If you do good, Allah will forgive you. If you do bad, Allah will punish you. It means you. It's you. It's not Allah Azza wa Jalla. For example, among the Sahaba, what do you think Allah will do to the Sahaba? Forgive them or punish them? Forgive them. What do you think Allah will do to Fir'aun and Qarun and Haman?
Punish.
Why? Why you are so sure of the answer, which is correct, by the way? Good. A plus.
Fir'aun did not repent.
Because they did something, right? Fir'aun did bad. Haman and Qarun did bad. The Sahaba did what? Did good, they made tawbah, they supported Rasulullah. So at the end is you. Is you what you do. Because Allah is just. Is what you do. That makes Allah Azza wa Jalla punish or reward.
So this is an ayat of hope for us.
Very good.
We have already.
Meaning there will be people who will be punished based on what they do. So never forget that. Because Allah said, وَمَا رَبُّكَ بِظَلَّامٍ لِلْعَبِيدِ. Allah doesn't wrong anyone. So imagine, I come here, I separate you, I say, okay, these people will get a gift, these people will get slapped. That is not fair. But if I say, those who do good in this exam about this dua that we made, will get a gift. Those who don't do, sorry, we shave their heads off. Takbir. I know one brother here who will be very happy if you shave his head. Emily. He has nothing to lose, man. He even looks MashaAllah. Clear, inshallah? Is this clear? Please understand, when Allah says, the problem is in English, not in Arabic. Look, English is not that good. Look, then He forgives whom He wills, and He punishes whom He wills. Meaning, unfortunately, if you look at it from the English point of view, it means some people are going to hell just because Allah wanted that. No. If Allah wanted people to go to hell, He will create them in hell. He will not create them in dunya and give them a chance to make tawbah and to read Quran and follow the prophets. He gave you a chance. You refused it. Clear? Wallahu ala kulli shay'in qadir. Another thing about Allah we need to know, please. There is nothing that is difficult for Him or impossible. Please do not use the word impossible. Sometimes you say impossible. And this word you're saying is not because so and so did it, it's because Allah did it. There is nothing impossible for Allah. So whatever you may imagine, Allah can do it. There is nothing that is impossible for Allah. This is very important to believe in. Allah can do things. Allah can give birth of a child from a woman who has never been married. Maryam. That's why the Christians fell in their faith. Because they didn't believe that Allah can do that. For us, no, we believe. That Allah gave life to Adam and he had no father, no mother. He just created him from Tana and said be, and he was. So this belief, Wallahu ala kulli shay'in qadir, is very important. Jews and Christians don't believe in it. They believe in cause and effect. Even when they teach our children physics, they say cause and effect. Okay, who is beyond the physics? Called metaphysics. Ghaib, unseen. Not anything seen is true. There are many unseen things that exist. Example, air. Oxygen, do you see it? But you breathe it. Why water is transparent? Why water is transparent? Two ladies are drinking. Takbir. Why is transparent? You can see through.
Allah made it that way.
Because full of oxygen and hydrogen. Hydrogen and oxygen, you don't see them. You feel them, but you don't see them. Water is combination, that's why you see it. But still see-through, and it has no color. Yet, that thing that falls from the sky, water, that has no color, look how many fruits. The juice inside, red, green, yellow. Still people don't think. So there is something beyond the physics. That is Allah Azza wa Jalla. You cannot see. But He is in charge of everything. Wallahu ala kulli shay'in qadir. And Allah is able to do anything. Including guiding your children, including guiding your spouses, including healing someone. All doctors said, impossible. This man is going to die. And Allah says, no. You all doctors die. And this man will survive. How about that? How many people, have you seen this in your family? They say this man is terminally ill, Allah's miskin, he's gone. And all the doctors and the nurses and the janitors of the... So Allah can guide, just make dua. Ya Rab, guide so and so, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Don't say no lost case. Never say that. So this ayah gives you so much peace. That, oh human, don't worry about anything. Everything belongs to Allah. Even when somebody takes away something from you, it still belongs to Allah. He will not die and take it with him. Somebody took a piece of land from you. Example. Tell him please, when he dies, he take that piece of land, he piles it and takes it with him in the grave. Or jewelry or whatever he took. Still belongs to Allah. Oh, so this ayah is an ayah of calming me. Calming me down. To Allah belongs everything. Remember this, sisters. Especially the young girls. People promise you, just say, I know what you're at. Everything belongs to Allah. I saw hand. No? Okay. Haji, the father of Emery, Abu Emery. In Arabic, Abu Emery. Ummu Emery. Yalla, next ayah. Next ayah.
285.
The Messenger Muhammad
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam
believe in what has been sent down to him from the Lord, and he should believe. Each of his belief in Allah, his angel, his book, and his messenger. They say we make no distinction between one another for his messengers, and they say we hear and we obey. We seek your forgiveness, our Lord, and to you in return for all.
Very good. Now the dua. The best du'as are in Surah Al-Baqarah. You know that the best du'as that you can ever make are in Surah Al-Baqarah. One of them, right after Ayat Al-Hajj. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. It's in Surah Al-Baqarah. Now there are other du'as. Before the dua, there is Tawheed. Look, sisters, brothers, Tawheed. آمَنَ الرَّسُولُ. Allah speaks about the Prophet. The Messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, has truly believed. In what? In 5 things. آمَنَ الرَّسُولُ بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْهِ. What was revealed to him? Quran. The Prophet is a true believer in Allah. He believed in every alphabet that was in the Quran. All the laws revealed in the Quran. He never said, Ya Allah, but my people are not yet ready for leaving riba. No. Riba is haram, riba is haram. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون. Did he say والمسلمون? Did he say and the Muslims? Or the mu'mins?
Mu'mins.
So pay attention to that word. At the end of Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah mentions also the mu'mins. Sisters and brothers, many of us are Muslims. Question, are we believers? What's the difference, Sheikh? Muslim is to say La ilaha illallah. Muhammadur Rasulullah, you're a Muslim. Mu'min not, no, more than that, deeper than that. You say La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, and you act upon it. That is called mu'min. Wa alaykum salam. I repeat, the mu'min, may Allah make us among the mu'minin. Say Ameen.
Ameen.
The mu'mins not only believe in Allah, the Christians believe in the existence of Allah. Every Muslim is a regular Muslim. But no, Allah wants you to move to another level. Honestly, I don't want to be a B student. B student, I can make it the year. At the end of the year, I can pass. But why not with honor? Why not be called first to get my, mashallah, graduation? Why not? Or dunya, we work hard. So Allah said, be careful, O Muslims. If you want to be with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then follow him in his way of Iman. His way of Iman, he never objected to Allah Azza wa Jal, nor did he say, well, this ayah is a little bit heavy. Many of us say, that ayah of hijab is... Many people, Muslims, I heard them saying this. I heard many Muslims saying, hudud law is not good for our time. Who are you to speak in the first place and say something is okay and something is not? You see the danger of Muslims have been brainwashed. Brainwashed. How can I say this doesn't and this? Who am I? I am a person who's supposed to worship Allah as much as I can. But to give an opinion when Allah already decided, na'udhu billah. Clear? Alright. So Aman al-Rasul, the Prophet has truly believed in what? In the Quran. And the believers. So the believers are those Muslims who follow the Quran. Today we learn a new definition of mu'mins. Wa alaikum salam. How are you? Mu'min is a Muslim who believed in what? Who believed in what? Very good. What does it mean to believe in the Quran?
We accept all the ayat.
Very good. To accept first. Very good. You must accept first. Then do your best to act upon it. So please, Allah said, Al-Mu'minun. May Allah make us amongst them. And in Surah Al-Mu'minun, Allah said, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. They have succeeded. He used the word past tense. The believers have succeeded. Wow. They have succeeded. Already, although they are still alive in this dunya, but, mashallah, good news has come early. They are successful. These mu'mins, they are Muslims like you and me. They are Muslims like you and me, alhamdulillah. All Malays, or most Arabs are not Muslims. But, what do? They believe in the Quran. The Quran. Many of us sisters, we read the Quran, but we don't believe in the Quran. What does it mean? You read the Quran, and you know riba is haram, you still borrow money from the bank. What does it mean? Make me understand that. It's difficult for me to faham.
Emergency.
Emergency.
To own the house.
All your life is emergency. Takbir. All your life emergency. From the day you were born until you died emergency. Yalla. What does it mean, sisters and brothers? We read, Allah says, "O Prophet, tell your wives, your daughters, and the women of the believers to cover." Yet you see many Muslim sisters going out without hijab. And the problem, they are about to die. Very old. Still showing their hair in public. What does it mean? It means we are just Muslims, we didn't believe yet in the Quran. That's what it means. Yes.
The word mu'min.
Huh.
The root word is actually iman. Is it true?
Iman, yes.
Yes.
Very good. Iman which will lead to Aman. Not to Bukit Aman, but to Aman. Iman which will lead you to Aman. I practice Iman now so that I be safe Yawm al-Qiyamah. Aman means to be safe. Which is in Malay, right? Aman. Aman. Saya mahu Aman. Okay, good. You want Aman, you want peace, no problem. So then have Iman. Have Iman. Iman doesn't mean just to be Muslim. A Muslim who, when he hears the Quran or learns an ayah, he practices it right away. Sisters, just to give you an example of how much obedient the Sahaba were. Do you have liquor in your house?
No.
Alhamdulillah. As a drink, what do you have?
Number water.
Coffee.
Water. All of us have water. Coffee, no. Keep listening to Sheikh Zoubir, more dramatic. Okay. We all have water. Sahaba, may Allah be pleased with them. Most of them didn't have water in their house because it was very hard to get water. But it was very easy to get liquor. So they were heavy drinkers. When the ayah of forbidding liquor was revealed, the streets of Medina for 1 week smell liquor. Why? Open their jars and throw in the streets because they didn't have sewers. So like kampung. When it rains, for 1 week, the smell of liquor was in Medina. Immediately, when the ayah was revealed, no one said, "No, let me think about it. I cannot let go," and hug his jar and say, "Sayang, I love you." No, it's not like that. You got it? Same thing. Hijab. When the ayah of hijab was revealed, some sisters were already out of their homes, like most of you here. Most of you are here, right? You are not in your home. And you come without hijab. That's why it's called Ayatul Hijab. When the ayah was revealed, some sisters were outside their homes. They didn't say, let me go home and cover, which is a valid reason. I go home and cover. They took the sister, mashallah, curtains. That's why it's called veil, hijab. And they covered their heads, and they went home, and then they returned back the hijab to the sisters. To this extent, they were obedient. These are the moments. For us, we still are Muslim, but still, I know dating is haram, but still date. You know what is date? Date, meaning date.
Okay.
Your love is dated. It's not forever. It will expire. That's what it means. So tell the fools who date, don't date. Just get married and hope things will go well, that's all. When you fly on the plane, for sure you will reach your destination, or hopefully. Do you say, no, I will not fly with this flight until I know the name, how old is the pilot, everything about the pilot, otherwise I won't. They will tell you, get in or get lost. Get in the plane or we will close the, go without you. You are in emergency. You say, doctor, wait, who are you? I need to see your credentials. You cannot touch me until I... You just say, please help me. You trust. Why don't you trust Allah? Why don't you trust Allah? You go hire an engineer or architect to build your house. And you thank him. You don't even know if he is really good or fake or I don't know what. But for marriage, I need to know her. As if knowing her will make difference. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
And you think you know someone. Every day, sisters, you discover something new in your husband, don't you? You never thought he was like this. Yeah, he never thought you were like this too. We are humans, huh? We will move on. La ilaha illallah. So youth, dating is haram. Never go out with a girl. No. You go out after marriage. After marriage, go out. Because shaitan comes to you and tells you, so that you know each other. And brothers, you don't allow your daughters to do that. It's haram. Or your sons. You cannot. If they do it, be against you, that's between them and Allah. But you say, okay, just come back before 11. Come back before 11. No. I mean it. Unfortunately, so many families are very lenient about this. What is left? Those who date, what is left to know? Nothing. Allah will do everything. That's why there is no more attraction between husband and wife. Because whatever you saw it before marriage. Don't do that. That's very wrong. That's Islam. Did you see the latest UN recommendations to separate and segregate males and females at work? What's that what Rasulullah taught us a long time ago? No khalwa, no traveling, no woman should travel alone. That's what the Prophet said. They are going to turn around the world and go back to Islam. SubhanAllah, that's what the Prophet taught us 1400 years ago. But we like it when it comes from UN. You know? Complex of inferiority. We like to hear it from John Doe, not from Muhammad bin Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Okay, that was a commercial. Back to our movie, which is the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had truly believed in the Quran and the believers. Meaning they did the same thing. Sahaba, may Allah make us like them. Kullun, all of them, believed in number one, Allah. Number two, His angels. Number 3, his books. Number 4, his messengers. And number 5 and 6 are mentioned in other verses. 5 and 6 are mentioned in other verses. Yawm al-Qiyamah and destiny. Qada and Qadar are mentioned in other verses. Here, Allah mentions that the Prophet ﷺ truly believed in Allah. What does it mean, believe in Allah? Please, I want to clear this. Many people think, I just believe that He exists. That's not enough. You think Hindus don't believe? You think Christians and Jews don't believe? They do. So you are just like them. You want to be better than them. You respect Him. You feel His presence. You are shy to do something haram. If you do something haram, you quickly repent and ask Him forgiveness. That's what it means, believe. And believe that He has revealed a book that we must follow. And not just believe when someone dies. It has to be in our court system. It has to be in our marriage system, in our divorce system, in buying and selling, in respecting the neighbors, in respecting the children, in the children respecting parents, in everything. That is what it means to believe in Allah. Mushriks of Mecca, do you think they didn't believe in the existence of Allah? They believed Allah exists, but they don't worship Him. They worship the idols. Today, we believe Allah is Allah, but we don't go to the masjid when it's calling, the adhan. The fact that you hear the adhan, what does it mean? For a man. If you hear the adhan, it means the masjid is near you. You can go. Work, you drive for 2 hours. And you tahan the traffic jam every day. But masjid, no traffic jam. Allahu Akbar, still cannot go. Because the heart is heavy. The heart is heavy on the deen. So believing in Allah has never meant to believe that He exists above 7 heavens only. No. That, and also to obey Him and follow His orders. وَمَلَائِكَتِهِ, that Allah has created malaika and that they have certain things to do. One of the things we need to know about malaika, they are created out of chahaya, nur. The malaika, nurani, they are made of nur. They do tasbih from the moment Allah creates them until Yawm al-Qiyamah. They don't stop. And some have special duties to do. Like Jibreel alayhi salam, he is an Amin. He is an Amin, meaning the messenger between Allah and His messengers. Israfil blows the trumpet. His job is to destroy the world and call us back. Number 3, Mikael alayhi salam, he takes care of the wind and the rain. When the wind is blowing and you see rain coming, it means Mikael is at work. And Malak al-Maut. There is no Azrael. Don't say Azrael. There is no Azrael. Azrael is Jewish name to the angel of death. There is no hadith. The Quran never mentioned Azrael. Number 1. Who is Azrael? Imagine Malak al-Maut, the angel of death. That's his name. His name, Malak al-Maut. It's combined name. Like you say, Abdullah. My name is Abdullah. He is Malak al-Maut. Oh, I see. The angel of death. His job is to take souls. And he doesn't smile at all. The angel of death doesn't smile. What do you think? He's coming to take your soul and smiling at you? He's not a hypocrite. Hypocrites do that. They want to kill you and smile at you. He comes and he just stands there and you see him when it's your time. And he takes the soul back to Allah Azza wa Jalla. May Allah bring him while we are doing something good. Say Ameen. Ameen, Ya Allah. Husnul Khatimah, either praying or fasting or class like this or doing something good. And then he comes. Alhamdulillah. So it means you are a good person. Imagine he catches you sinning. Like some people, drunk. Car accident. Drunk. Why? Why? You brought it yourself. There are people, they died in zina. that people died in riba, coming out from the bank with a big check. What are you doing? Take the check with you now. Take it with you and cash it over there in Jahannam. A lot of people make those mistakes because they delay tawbah. Later on, inshallah. No, my sisters and brothers. Sisters, what's good for you? To die with hijab or to die without hijab? No. Even if you fall, God forbid, with hijab you're covered. If you fall without hijab, wearing miniskirt, then what? See, Allah just wants us to be good because we never know when to die. So Allah said, another thing the believers do, لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله. So we believe in Allah, we believe in His angels, we believe in His books, we believe in His messengers and prophets. And we don't differentiate between the prophets. What does it mean? Are all the prophets equal? No, they are not. We know the best is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And the Quran said that. Surah Al-Baqarah itself. Allah said, تِلْكَ الرُّسُلُ فَضَّلْنَا بَعْضَهُمْ عَلَى بَعْضٍ. Those are the prophets. We made some of them أفضل than the other one. منهم من كلم الله. Some of them spoke to Allah, Musa alayhi salam. Some of them, Habibullah, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Some of them, come on with Allah, Ibrahim alayhi salam. So they are different. But when we believe in them, we cannot say, I believe only in these prophets. These prophets, I don't have to believe in them. That is not right. The Jews fell into that. The Jews said, we stop at Moses, alayhi salam, Musa, alayhi salam. Do you know they don't even believe in David? Dawood, alayhi salam. David. They believe in him as king, but not as prophet. Are you with me?
Yes.
Or sleeping? Some of you did Qiyamul Layl the whole night? Takbir.
Allah.
Qaylula is very near. Qaylula, Dhuhr very near. Don't sleep. The Jews, may Allah curse them, stop at Musa. All the Jewish prophets, after Musa, they don't believe in them. For example, Dawood is prophet and messenger. They say he's just king. You should know this. Especially the youth who are meeting, go to international school. You need to know this because you may have some Christian and Jewish friends. So you know how to speak to them. That's why they call him King David. You see? They never say prophet or messenger David. They say King David. Good. Isa alayhi salam. They don't even believe in him. They say he's son of Zina. This is what the Jews say about Isa alayhi salam and his mom. Yet the Jews and Christians work together. Because Muslims never invested in the difference between the Jews and the Christians. We need to. I did that in America. Whenever I go in America, I make people between the Jews and Christians. I say, excuse me, aren't you the people who said that Jesus is a son of Haram? And the priest is looking at the rabbi like this. What are you saying? I say, yeah, they say that. Make fight between them. Because if they combine, we lose. You have to do that. That's jihad. That being smart. Look at them now. Netanyahu and Trump. Netanyahu is very, very Jewish. Trump is very evangelical. The evangelicals don't like the Jews. But they will use the Jews for Armageddon to come. Please understand, it is in their minds. So when you know how they think, you can really make problems between them. At least you don't let them meet. But the Zionists, Christians and Zionist Jews work together. And Zionist Arabs worse. Just look at MBS. MBS stands for what? I thought many brave sisters. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله. We don't make any difference between the prophets. We believe, we love them all, and we, alhamdulillah, that's the beauty of Islam. Do you know what? Subhanallah, I met many Christians in America. When I say, Jesus, peace be upon him, there is this lady who became Muslim, and she came to do Shahada, and she said, I asked her, what made you become Muslim, sister? You know, please tell the community. She said, you. I said, what? And I said, is my wife around? I don't want to die shaheed today. I said, me? She said, yes. I said, can you please explain? Because that's dangerous what you just said. She said, whenever I heard you, two things attracted me to Islam. You always say, Jesus, peace be upon him. I never heard that even from my own priest. Jesus said, John, Matthew and John and Luke mentioned more than Isa alayhi salam. Imagine me, I mention Abu Bakr as-Siddiq and Umar more than Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Big problem. Which the Shia do. They mention Ali and Hussein more than the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Okay, that's one. Number two, she said, you always say, is there any question? Is there any question? My priest, when I wanted to ask him a question, he told me, you are a bad person, you don't believe in God. She said, I felt so offended. I really just wanted to know something. She said, why? You Muslims, whenever you say, is there any question? Which means you are not afraid of questions. I said, alhamdulillah. So these two things that we take lightly. We say, Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam. For the Jews and the Christians, something big. So I said, alhamdulillah. It's not something else. Only these two things. Alhamdulillah. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Faham? Faham? Ladies, not faham. Faham more than you. So my dear sisters, my dear brothers, we the believers, alhamdulillah, all the prophets of Allah. If we don't believe in one prophet, we are no more Muslims. Do you know that? If you say, for example, sorry, I don't believe in Sulaiman, alayhi salam. Example, you are out of Islam. All the prophets of Allah are brothers. And we cannot become Jews. This is very important. Huh? The Jews don't do that. The Christians also don't believe in Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They stop at Isa. So they are not true believers. وَقَالُوا سَمِعْنَا وَأَطَعْنَا. And they said, we have heard and we obey. Can't see Muslims of today. So the true believers, here back to this definition. Look at the board, please. The mu'mins are Muslims who believe in the Quran and follow Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in believing in Allah, His angels, His books, and His prophets. What else? When they hear a command, they say we obey. Muslims of today, do they say we obey? Sisters, question, brothers. Most of us, how many ayahs we heard about halal and haram? We still. How many times we said that women, when they go out, they cannot make makeup? When you beautify yourself, sister, make up, already make up, which means you are down. That's why you need up. To me, a sister who never makes makeup, she is really up. Because she doesn't need to put herself up. Sorry, I have to say this. Make up, what does it mean? Either up or down. When you're going up from where? From down. Thank you. So, makeup is only for your poor husband. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
The husband has the right to see the beauty of his wife, not the man outside. Some ladies, only when they're going out to work or to study, they beautify themselves. Perfume for ladies. You think it's small thing, sisters? If any man smells you, na'udhu billah, as if you committed zina with him. Yawm al-Qiyamah, you come called Zaniya. Huh? Ya Allah, I never committed zina. Wearing your perfume. So, how many times we hear these ayats and hadith, and so سمعنا وأطعنا, from now on, خلاص, no more. Same thing for brothers. Rasulullah said, if you hear the adhan, you go to the masjid. I saw many men, elderly, playing golf. When it comes to salat, they sit on the chair. If you have the stamina to play golf, how can you sit on the chair when you play? Sit on the chair and play golf. You can go on chair. Why cannot? Must stand. Okay, stand for Allah. 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 18 holes, 9 holes, and still miss. He keeps trying. You got it? Old lady dancing. When it comes to salat, oh, saya, sakit. Why you didn't sakit when you were dancing? You got it? No. We should not be hypocrite with Allah. Allah knows. Allah just told us, I know everything about you. Oh, okay, I see that. Oh, inshallah. Yes, my sister, go ahead.
How about if we're outside and then it's azan, but we are in the car and we can go home in 10 minutes?
No, ladies, no problem.
I mean, I'm saying like for men.
For men, no, wrong.
Wrong, right?
Wrong. They have to go to Allah first. Okay, look. I have a very important meeting shortly. And salat has come. Okay. Who do you think will make that meeting fruitful for me and goes the way I want?
Allah.
So, please him. Many of us even shorten the prayer. Allah. The one you are running away from is the only one who can help you for that thing you are going to. See the problem? Put Allah first, my sisters and brothers, and you will see. Your life becomes so sweet. Put Allah first. Put Allah before wife, before children, before husband, before father, before mother. You will see. Allah first. Do that. And tell me how your life will change. So good. Yeah, Sheikh, that's true. Yeah, because you put Allah first. Yeah, that's all. 10 minutes. So I pray. Who said that 10 minutes? I will live for 10 minutes. I stop, pull over, pray my salat, and then continue. Women do this, let alone men. I know some sisters, mashallah, salat is sacred. Her telecom always in her bed, mashallah. Wherever adhan, she prays her salat in masjid and then, alhamdulillah, especially here, sisters, you have no excuse. Masajid are very friendly to women here. Yeah. Ladies side, wudu, mashallah. So for men, please, ladies, help your husband. Say, drop me here, you go pray. I pray somewhere else. For example, shopping. Alhamdulillah, wherever you go, there is musalla. Something, by the way, very unique in Malaysia. Wherever you go in Malaysia, there is musalla. Petronas, musalla. So, what do you say? Somebody told me, Sheikh, how about if I was caught in the traffic? I said, how about if you have diarrhea in the traffic? Diarrhea comes, what do? You will get out, run, find the toilet. Right or wrong?
Yes.
So what to do? Pull over. Allah first, my sisters, brothers. Allah created us to worship Him, not just to eat and drink. Another thing, imagine your children see you, mashallah, stopping and praying. What do you think they will? They know salat is very sacred, because daddy and mommy always do that. But when they see you, oh, later on, Saya, we pray at home, then they understand that salat is not important. What did Rasulullah say about children at the age of 10 if they don't pray? He said, Rota. If it wasn't important, he wouldn't say that. Good. Brother, Izzuddin, Last ayah. Ah, wait. وَقَالُوا سَمِعْنَا وَأَطَعْنَا. They say we hear and we obey. The hypocrites, what do they say? They say the opposite. We hear and we disobey. The hypocrite and the Jews, they say two things. We hear and we disobey. May Allah save me and you. So the believers say, سَمِعْنَا وَأَطَعْنَا. Ya Allah, I didn't know this hadith before. No more, inshallah. I will follow. غُفْرَانَكَ رَبَّنَا. Oh Allah, bestow upon us your forgiveness. وَإِلَيْكَ الْمَصِيرُ. And we are heading towards you. Ya Allah, we are heading towards you. When you're going to someone, brothers and sisters, you're going to someone, do you go with a positive note or negative note? Especially if you know that person is very strong.
Positive.
You better go with positive. You better go in good terms. Why? He can harm you. It's his neighborhood. He can catch you in the neighborhood. So you better go without troubles. So we know we are all heading towards Allah very soon. We are going to die. And what good deeds we have done? Sisters, brothers, ask yourself, do some muhasabah. Really, we need to do some accountability. Look, at the end of the year, most companies do auditing. How about you? Did I build any masjid? Huh? Yeah, why not? Why not participate in building a masjid? I cannot build the whole masjid by myself, but I can sponsor a wall or two, or a window, a door. Then Allah will open for me the door of Jannah. I can put tile in the toilet. I can. Why not? Think about it. I dig a well somewhere for the needy. Masjid, I pass by Kampong Masjid, they don't have mic. Like this, I buy them one. I buy, don't just give them money, buy it and give it to them. And maybe just tell them, can I make the adhan first? First person to make adhan with it, that's all. Things like that. Did you ever comb the hair of Ana Yatim? Come, my daughter, and comb her hair? Rasulullah SAW, with every hair you touch, Allah will remove mountains of bad deeds, sayyat. Just combing the hair of a girl. Boy, same thing. Ask yourself, what did I do? I'm going to Allah with what? Oh, yes. Maybe, alhamdulillah, salah on time, but is that enough? I give my zakat every year, I fast Ramadan. But what else? What else? Something a little bit different than other people. Yatim, masjid, sponsoring, I don't know what, but you have to work for it, my sisters and brothers. Brother Islam, last ayah. 286. It's okay. Al-Baqarah 286.
Yeah, correct. Allah burdens not a person beyond his scope. He gets reward for that good which he has earned, and he is punished for that evil which he has earned. Our Lord, punish us not if we forget or fall into error. Our Lord, lay not on us a burden like that which you did lay on those before us, Jews and Christians. Our Lord, put not on us a burden greater than we have strength to bear. Pardon us and grant us forgiveness. Have mercy on us. You are our Mawla, our patron, supporter, protector, and give us victory over the disbelieving people.
Ameen. See, it ends with a beautiful dua. Surah Al-Baqarah ends with beautiful dua. Here is what my brother asked me earlier about, Sheikh, if a bad thought crosses our minds, are we still responsible? Are we going to be accountable Yawm al-Qiyamah? We said yes, the beginning yes. You should fight bad thoughts. But if you act upon them, Allah will punish you. But if you don't, alhamdulillah, here it is. It's coming. I will explain it when time comes. But before that, Allah said, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Alhamdulillah. No nafs, sisters and brothers, no nafs is the same. By the way, we are all here different. The way we are different in looks, are we all look same? No. Maybe you look close to someone, but you are not like twins. Even twins, when it comes to nafs, they have totally different nafs. The nafs that Allah put inside our bodies is something of His secrets, cannot tahan the same level of pressure that another person can tahan. For example, this is why we are different in tests. Allah may give cancer to someone, but not to his brother or his sister. He knows you cannot take it. He gives it to that person. He can take cancer. That's why He gives him cancer. Somebody else, Allah gives him trial in children. He knows he can't tahan, so He tries him in his children. Are you better than Yaqub alayhi salam?
No.
Jacob. Allah tested him in what? He's scared. 10 kids want to kill one of them. 10? Yes, 10. Yusuf alayhi salam. 10, not one. Oh my God, 10 kids. Think bad, not just one. You think your wife is bad? Don't do this, because you die. They are all watching you.
Allahu Akbar.
You think someone has a bad wife? Okay, go see Prophet Nuh alayhi salam, Lut alayhi salam. She brought him shame. You think your husband is ugly? Don't say yes. just look like that. Is your husband going to be worse than Fir'aun? Sister? Very good. So, already Allah showed you, look how tested these people were. Asya, binti Muzahim, may Allah be pleased with her, Allah tested her in her husband. A big test. Her husband doesn't want to listen. Not only that, he's enemy of Allah. That's a big problem. Got it? Children, Nuh alayhi salam, his son giving him a trouble, doesn't want to believe. Prophet Muhammad, his own uncle, Abu Talib, Abu Lahab, Ibrahim alayhi salam, his own father. His own father. He wants to save his father from Jahannam. So, what I'm saying here is Allah will test us according to the sabar, the nafs. He knows that your nafs can take prison for 2 years. But He gives you only 2 years. He will not give you more. More than that, you die. Some will stay long. They can. So please understand, Allah is so merciful that when He tests you, He knows what He's doing. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala burdens not a person beyond his scope. Remember this. Meaning, as long as you are in pain, you can tahan. The moment He knows better than you. Even when you think, oh, I can take this pain for another year, He reaches you immediately. He knows you cannot. So He brings an end to that trial. That marriage was bitter. He knows you can tahan. Then He brings an end to it. Either He fixes husband and wife, or they divorce. Then khalas. Sickness, same thing. Either He gives death and you rest, or He gives you cure. But He will not burden you more than you can. If you can take 80%, He gives you 80%. Not 81%. If you can take 90%, He gives you 90%. If you can take 10%, He gives you up to 10%. Some people tahan pain, sabar, and never complain to anyone. And someone, just his finger hurts him, the whole Al Jazeera and CNN and Bernama knows about it. My pinky. Sound like husbands? Most husbands like that, right? Emily really likes So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my dear sisters and brothers, please remember, He will not put any burden on us we cannot take. Just know, what does that mean? In other way of understanding, as long as you are being tested, it means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in control, don't worry. But Sheikh, I cannot. Oh, I am so upset. I'm so sad. I'm so angry. I understand. Sabar, brother. Sabar. And when Allah releases you and relieves you from that pain, you feel like, Allah's gone. Yes, gone. He's gone. Look at those who were really in pain. Look at the mother when she is delivering the baby. The moment she delivers the baby, alhamdulillah. But at that moment, she thinks she will never get pregnant again. But again, she does it. That means, ask a woman when she is delivering a baby, do you want another baby? No, this is the last. Help me. Okay, come out. After, mashallah, Sanya, she wants another baby. This is dunya. This is how things are. Clear? Okay. So, please, this is what it means. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Which means, the 5 daily prayers are within our ability. He's a liar who says, I cannot pray 5 times. Because Allah would have never put that. That's a common thing. Wusa', which is called common among all the humans. Every human being can pray 5 times a day. Every human being can give 2.5% of his zakat if he has money. Every human being can fast Ramadan. Every human being can go to Hajj once in his lifetime. He's a liar who says, I cannot pray 5. Even 3, I'm still not sure. But he can eat 6 times a day. He can travel many times to London, which is farther than Mecca and Medina. You got it? No. Please understand, whatever Allah told us to do, it means within our ability.
Sheikh, is this ayah also Allah's promise to us that He will not burden us?
Yes. No, in dunya. In akhirah, of course, He will be more merciful. Sisters, brothers, 99% of Allah's mercy is left for akhirah. The mercy of the dunya is just 1%. 1% we share, yes. Even animals share. Look at a cat in the hand of his, a kitten in the hands of his mother. Look how a chicken sits on her eggs and hen and protects them. Share 1%. Billions of humans, billions of jinn, billions of animals are sharing 1%. From the day Allah created Adam until Yawm al-Qiyamah. Still 1%. 99 still left for Yawm al-Qiyamah. Good news. Good news. I have no doubt that inshallah we all go to Jannah, provided without shirk. لا أشرك به شيئا. Good news. All of us inshallah will meet in Jannah. Say Ameen. Not because we deserve it. No one deserves. No one deserves. It's because Allah is merciful. He's kind. Brothers, sisters, people sin right now and He feeds them. He covers them. He doesn't expose them. Right now. What does that mean? They do terrible things and He still sends them food. He keeps their lungs breathing. He keeps their heart. No. See? Meaning He's giving you a chance. Don't die like that. That's all. When we die, inshallah, we go to our graves. Oh, sure, Allah will be so merciful. You have doubt? Rasulullah said, Allah has divided the rahmah into 100. He sent down 1 to the dunya and left the rest for akhirah. This is why we know it is 99, mashallah. But we have to be candidates. Don't do the bad things and expect. No. We need, alhamdulillah, Ya Rabb, we had some shortcomings. Ya Allah, we used to delay the tawbah. Ya Rabb, sometimes I delay Salat al-Asr, although I can go to the masjid. There was a class I didn't go to. Maybe. But you do nothing but you go to Momo. Allah will say, go to Momo and have mercy. Let him give you mercy. Yeah. You used to go to Momo, Kuala Selangor, or I don't know where. I don't know why I always speak on Kuala Selangor.
You must have been there.
Yeah.
You must be there.
I like it. I like Kuala Selangor. You know, one day I went there and bought shrimp. I think I'm missing it. Yeah. Okay. I love Selangor. Are we in Selangor?
Yes.
Tell your Sultan, Sheikh Zoubir loves your stand. How old is he, your Sultan? Selangor.
73.
73, mashallah. Mashallah. Okay. Continue. You're right. لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت. He gets reward for that good, and he has earned, and he will be punished. Meaning the nafs will get, the nafsu will get the reward and get the punishment of what it earned. Please understand. Of what it earned. What does it mean? The sins of my father, I cannot carry them. My sins, my father will not carry them. So this is an answer to the Jews and the Christians who said, like my sister just asked me, can someone, we pass that? No. You don't pass credit to anyone, and you don't take sin from anyone. Please remember this. If you do something good, you will be rewarded for it. If you do something bad, you will be punished for it. Nobody else. This is how I had a very important discussion with some priests in America after 9/11. After 9/11, Allah opened for us da'wah. SubhanAllah, I never expected. Sometimes something bad, but a lot of good comes from it. In America, the da'wah we did in 2001, 2002, 2003, more than any other year in the history of America. Why? Americans were eager to know. Because one thing about Americans, they like someone who bleeds them. If you punch them, put them down, they like you, man.
Thank you.
So when the planes came, Americans, because they believe always in hero, someone has to be strong. Americans are bullies, so they respect. So they said, thinking there is Muslims who did that. Actually, it's not Muslims. Anyways, they said, why? What happened? What happened? Americans read. They really read. So they started reading the Quran. All the books we had, all the copies of the Quran we had in the Islamic centers throughout America, more than 2,200 Islamic centers, all gone in 1 week. Then we had to call the Middle East and send us by the thousands of containers. Believe it or not. Containers. At the port, disappeared. Reading. When they read, they found Moses, Jesus, Mary. They thought Islam was, they had no idea about Islam, except what they hear in the media. But when they see that Jesus, peace be upon him, talking to his mom, while she's delivering him, that mother, don't be sad. They were touched. Muhammad, you Muslims believe in Mary, and Moses, in Jesus, all the prophets are there. So they start coming and asking us to come to their churches, or we come to your mosque. So we used to have what we call open houses. I never forget this. When I told the priest who was the judge, his job is judge outside, but he volunteers in his church to give sermons. I said, you just told me you are a judge, right? He said, yes. And I said, when you catch a criminal, this is how I destroyed the notion of original sin. Original sin. The sin Adam of Eve, it passed to us. That's what they say. You know that or not?
Yes.
Okay, good. The Christians believe that there was an original sin done by Adam and Eve, and that we carry the sin, which in Islam doesn't exist. Allah says, لا تزر وزرة وزر أخرى. And here he said, لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت. So I said to him, so you telling me you're a judge, yes? He said yes. I said then, why don't you, when you take someone to jail, why don't you take his son with him? He said, no, I can't do that. I check only the criminal. I said, then you're telling God that he will do that? And he said, man, that's good. I never thought of it. I said, please rethink. Rethink your faith, all of it. And you lose nothing by becoming Muslim. Huh? I said, look, you lose nothing. When you come to Islam, you still love Jesus. But if I come to Christianity, I have to let Muhammad go. Then I lose. You have nothing to lose. He said, man, use logic with that. Then they realize, yeah, if I'm a Christian and I want to become Muslim, my love to Jesus, if truly I love Jesus, is still the same, but not as Son of God. But if I'm a Muslim, I become murtad to Christianity, what did I lose? I lost at least Muhammad's life. You lose nothing by coming to Islam. That's how. Use logic and you catch that. So when I told him, you as a judge, can you take son with his father or instead of his father? He said, no, I have no right. I said, then why you accept it to man-made laws, you accept it for God? I was looking at his people like this. That's it. That's all you have to do. I proved my case. Salam alaikum. Now, don't say that man who lived with us in Houston, Texas, never told us. Because when people are in problem, they blame you. Sometimes the kids, your kids blame you. They're in trouble, say, because of you, all because of you, money. I was about to die when they delivered you, and you tell me now because of me.
So, Sheikh, a parent doesn't carry the sins of their children and what they do, if they do wrong?
If they neglected them at certain age, yes. For example, you never check on your kids. It means you are not a good father, not good mother. You never check. You should check. And the children need to understand, Dad and Mom have the right to come anytime to my room and check on me. But you don't even do that. But at certain age, when they are 18 plus, they carry their sins on themselves. But you raise them well. You chose a good father, a good mother for them. You, whoever you are, male, female. Because the education of children starts before you even get married. Be careful now. 60% of your problems are over before marriage, but you still don't choose the right people. You jatuh cinta. Good for you. Jatuh, painful. When you fall, it's always hurts, right? Who told you to fall in love? Just love. La ilaha illallah. And love blinds. Okay. It blinds you. You can't see anything anymore. No, serious. So choose the right spouse. Second, this spouse, is he able to be a good father? Is she able to be a good mother? A person can be a good wife, but not good mother. A man can be a good husband, just to you, but cannot be a good father. He's weak. She's weak. So there are other qualities, things like that. Then these kids, did you teach them the Quran? Did you the Hadith? Did you make them pray? Allah will ask us, Yawm al-Qiyamah. But, alhamdulillah, again the mercy of Allah is going to touch us and touch them, inshallah. Ameen. Now the dua. رَبَّنَا لَا تُؤَاخِذْنَا إِن نَسِينَا أَوْ أَخْطَأْنَا. Our Lord, please do not punish us if we forget or fall into error, which is the question of my brother. This is the ayah which actually, there is a word. Nasakh. You know, you have the word nasakh in Malay? Nasakh. It comes, it erases the first one. The first one you can read it, but the hukum is not applicable. Abrogation. Very good. It abrogates that ayah because Allah said, if you think of something bad, I will hold you responsible for it. Remember verse 284? Now this ayah, when the Prophet was asked by the Sahaba, oh Messenger of Allah, sometimes bad things cross our minds. Is Allah going to hold us responsible? Then Allah said, tell them, O Muhammad, to make this dua. رَبَّنَا لَا تُؤَاخِذْنَا إِن نَسِينَا أَوْ أَخْطَأْنَا. O Allah, do not hold us responsible. Do not punish us if we make mistake or if we forget. Mistake includes thinking bad. You think of doing something wrong. It crosses your mind. Alhamdulillah. So this dua is very important. Every day say it. رَبَّنَا لَا تُؤَاخِذْنَا إِن نَسِينَا أَوْ أَخْطَأْنَا. And who amongst us doesn't forget, my sisters and brothers? Who amongst us doesn't make mistake? He's a liar who says, I never make mistake. He's a liar and arrogant. Anyone who tells you, no, it's not my mistake, I didn't make, he is arrogant. She is arrogant. رَبَّنَا وَلَا تَحْمِلْ عَلَيْنَا إِصْرًا كَمَا حَمَلْتَهُ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِنَا. And O our Lord, please do not put a burden upon us the way you put it upon those who before us. Who is before the Jews and the Christians? Who is before the Muslims? Jews and Christians. Allah put a burden on them, didn't He? When?
Their laws are very, very strict. It's also a burden on them.
Good. Many things which were halal, Allah turned them haram because they made it difficult. About the cow. What did Allah say to them?
Just slaughter.
Any cow, slaughter it, take a piece of meat, put it on the dead. That's what I would do. If Allah says, اذبحوا البقرة, slaughter a cow, I will. The first cow I find, I go slaughter it, take a piece of meat, and put it on the dead, and wait. If Prophet Musa alayhi salam spoke the truth or not? No. What type of cow? What type of cow?
Male, female.
Okay. Do you know that they even asked, was she ever married or not? As if I work in DBK and know everything. Idiots. The Jews are arrogant people, and idiot, bodo. You think they are smart, they are not. They are cunning. Big difference between smart person and between cunning. Cunning, anybody can cheat you. But smart, you have to prove that you are smart. The smartest people are the Muslims. Do you know that or not? The smartest minds are Muslims, but they are not in the Muslim Ummah. They are working overseas. Because in their Muslim Ummah, they are not given their dues and they are not respected. Go see NASA. NASA, 90% of workers are foreigners. They are not Americans. 90%. And among the 90%, 60% Muslims. Scientists. They were praying in my masjid. I'm not talking out just information. In my masjid was near NASA, for those who don't know. Because some of you ask me, who is this Sheikh teaching us? The biggest masjid in Houston, it was my masjid. It's called Masjid Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, Highway 3, Google it. Near NASA, not far, some of the scientists come pray Jumu'ah in my masjid. And some of them were my students, they attend classes. And whenever I give them an ayah, because they have the background, the scientific background, they have the background. So they say, yeah, Sheikh, yes, science has proven what you say. I say, thank you, I don't wait for you to prove. It's the other way. You need the Quran, not Quran needs you. Finally, you understand, my brothers and sisters? Good. So, رَبَّنَا وَلَا تَحْمِلْ عَلَيْنَا إِصْرًا كَمَا حَمَلْتَهُ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِنَا. The Jews made big burden on themselves when they start questioning God. What type of cow? What color? Color? Okay, golden. Go find a golden cow. Golden cow. Golden. Yes, the color of gold. Ooh, very hard to find. Very hard to find. And the amazing thing, he told them a cow, not a bull. Usually we slaughter the bull, male, right?
Yes.
Why here female? Look, brothers are looking at their wives. Takbir. They worship the female? Good try. Good try. Very good. He tried at least. You see, who said the children don't listen to their story or Quran? It's because they worship the calf. The Jews worship the calf or not?
Yes.
When Musa alayhi salam saved them from Fir'aun and crossed the sea. What did they say? Oh, we want a God like that. He went for 40 days, he came back, he found them worshipping a calf. Okay, the calf is important or his mother? The mother. The mother is more important than the calf. Because the mother gives milk and gives meat. The calf gives only meat. So Allah said, slaughter a calf, meaning slaughter the mother. Teach them that even the mother is not God, let alone the baby. This is why the Hindus and the Jews work together, because both of them worship the same calf. And they don't, oh, you kill a calf or a cow in Hari Raya, you kill our gods every year. Hindus kill Muslims, why? Because of that too. Connect the dots. Netanyahu is best friend with Modi. It's religious, deep, it's the religious roots. Although they pretend to be secular and they have nothing, they are very religious people. It's us who are shy to go to the masjid. Only Hari Raya, Prime Minister and King. I want to see you every day, Mr. King. Whenever I want to see you, when there is injustice. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
That's Islam, my friend. Umar ibn al-Khattab, Khalif, anyone can see him anytime. Especially the weak and the women. Weak and women can see him anytime. Salat. You need me? Dhuhr. You have full right to see me. Don't come at midnight and say yes. No. Midnight too late. Salat time, Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib and Isha, you can see me. 5 times a day I'm accessible. Show me one leader who is 5 times accessible to the Riyat. That's Islam. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Do you know how far we are from? I know you are getting hungry and we are finishing soon, inshallah. Some of you traveling tomorrow, we pray for them, inshallah. Then, the next dua. Oh Allah, don't put that burden the way you put it on the Jews and the Christians. We are not that type of people. Please make it easy on us. Good. رَبَّنَا وَلَا تُحَمِّلْنَا مَا لَا طَاقَةَ لَنَا بِهِ. Our Lord put not a burden greater than we can bear. Ya Rabbi, please don't ask us to do things we really cannot. Although we may pretend, sometimes when you are emotionally excited, you can say, yeah, I can do dhikr 1,000 times. Maybe now. Tomorrow, when spiritually you are done, can you do 1,000? Not necessary. So go do 5 daily prayers and alhamdulillah, shukur, alhamdulillah. That's why, sisters and brothers, I rather see you doing something little, but continuously, than you see you do something big and never again. Example, Qiyamul Layl. One night you become so, mashallah, pumped with iman, and you want to do 50 rak'ahs. 25, 2, mashallah, good. Tomorrow morning, Salat Fajr, if you wake up. If you don't wake up at Dhuhr. Because, no, you do Qiyamul Layl, 4 rak'ahs, 6 rak'ahs, 8 rak'ahs, and go sleep. 2 rak'ahs. But continuous. Duha, 2 rak'ahs instead of 12 rak'ahs, and then you are late for a class. 2 rak'ahs duha. And then I see you in class on time. I see. Masjid. I go to masjid every day. Rather than, mashallah, Jumu'ah, go early. Jumu'ah, go early. Go before the second adhan. You lose nothing. In the contrary, you read Ayat al-Kursi, you read Surah Al-Kahf, maybe Surah Yasin, any surah you like. By the time the adhan is called, MashaAllah. Very good. Good. And then, please Allah, don't put any burden on us. Meaning, don't give us something we cannot take. Because the Jews were asking, it's okay, tell God to send more laws. Guys, you cannot. No, more laws. No, you cannot. Remember they said, why not God send us a king to lead us and we will fight? Then Allah said, okay, Talut your king. They said, how can he be king? You just said, if God sent us a king, we will fight those people who are fighting them. Allah said, okay, here is Talut as your king. Then they had second thought. So you were just pretending. You were just asking. Never ask, Rasulullah ﷺ, for example, said, never ask to meet the enemy. Never said, if, for example, if Americans ever try to come to Malaysia, we're going to show them. Don't say that. If they come, you may even run to Australia. You. I find you in Australia. You just say, may Allah give us sabr in case they want to fight us. That's more humble. If the Russians ever think of coming, we'll show them. Never say that. Just say, if Allah writes jihad on us, may Allah just give us enough patience to be steadfast. This is very important. The sister may say, if Allah gives me, Ya Allah, try me please with the disease. Allah, you are lying, sister. Like the man who said, there was a man who said in Baghdad, he said, come this way, let me see you. Yeah. He said, I have reached high level of Iman. I ask Allah to test me with anything He wants. He said that. Allah answered this. You know what he did? He stopped urine. He cannot urinate for 2 days. Do you know how big your bladder becomes in just 24 hours? Don't urinate, hold it from morning until after Dhuhr. And can tell me how you feel. For 2 days, for 48 hours, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told the bladder not to release the urine. He started telling the children on the streets, stone your uncle, meaning himself. Stone me, I am a liar. Then Allah released him. He was telling the children with pain, so much pain, he was telling them, stone me, I am a liar. Because he lied on Allah. How can you ask Allah a test? Just say, Ya Rab, if you ever give me a test, please give me enough sabr and hikmah to deal with it. But don't say, try me, Allah, try me. Try you. Here is just urine. He stopped you from urinating. How about constipation and other stuff? Never ever ask, say, I think I'm a mu'min. Here, لا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به. Ya Allah, don't put any burden on us. Clear, inshallah? Good. وَاعْفُ عَنَّا وَاغْفِرْ لَنَا وَارْحَمْنَا. 3 du'as. Pardon us, grant us forgiveness, and have mercy on us. Sisters and brothers, it's in this, the ulama said, it is in this order. When you ask Allah first, afu. Afu means pardon. And afu means erasing the sins. As if you never committed a sin. In reality you did, but Yawm al-Qiyamah, as if you didn't do it. MashaAllah. Allahumma innaka afuun kareemun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna. After afu comes maghfirah. Forgiving the sins. MashaAllah. After maghfirah comes rahmah. Mercy. So the ulama said, afu, then maghfirah, then rahmah. The rahmah cannot be before the maghfirah. For Allah to have mercy on you, He should forgive your sins first. He said that. So meaning always ask Allah, Ya Rabbi, Anta Ghafur Rahim, Astaghfirullah. You know why we do istighfar? Because istighfar is before the mercy. For Allah to give us rahmah, He will forgive us first, inshallah. So always ask Allah, Astaghfirullah al-Azim wa atubu ilayh. Astaghfirullah al-Azim wa atubu ilayh. Then Allah will show you mercy, inshallah. Yes, sir.
Hey, what's the difference between afu and
Maghfirah and
afu?
afu. Afu means no sin. He erases it. Maghfirah, He will show you that you made a sin, but He forgives you.
Complete pardon.
Yeah, this is complete pardon with clearing the record. If there was a sin, as if it's not there. So the afu is higher than maghfirah. Allahumma innaka afuun kareemun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna. Aisha radiallahu anha, when she asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, she said, O Messenger of Allah, if I ever see Laylatul Qadr, feel that it is Laylatul Qadr, what should I say? What's the best dua? He said this one. Because if Allah erases your sins, You like a baby. Do babies have sins?
No.
Very good. You meet Allah like a baby, as if you died baby. Another thing very good, inshallah, that erases your sins is Umrah. Umrah to Umrah. All your sins forgiven. But not the major ones. The major ones require tawbah. The ulama are very clear about this. But minor sins that you did here and there are many. Do you know how many minor sins we commit? Who can give me an example of minor sin? We commit every day, but we don't pay attention to it. Watching news, watching TV. The woman is not covered, and we're looking at her hair. The actress. The actress or the anchor, the one who's giving the news. Is she covered? CNN? Looking just at her hand is a sin. How about looking at her hands? And she's white, put the blue eyes. Like there. But you are not paying attention, but that's a sin. You're too close to your colleague at work. Secretary comes and puts for you to sign. Why she's too close? But the job, she might be married with kids, and you are married with kids. But these are things that we don't pay attention to them anymore. That's a minor sin? Yes, minor sin. Delaying the salat. Delaying the salat. You pray within the time, but you delay.
Also sin, Sheikh, even after we pray. Let's say you delay,
Yeah.
but you pray, and then it's still
It's still sin for delaying. Allah should always be first. Sister, imagine, Sahaba. Think, brothers, with me, eh? Think. One of them was blacksmith, or person who fixed the horse shoes, or carpenter. Look at this action. I take the hammer to hammer something. Bilal radiallahu anhu says, Allahu Akbar. What happened? What did I do now? What did I do? I put effort, right? He will not hate it. He will just drop it. And he goes to this. He will not say, well, so I put some energy, let me at least, he will not do that. For us, we always say, let me finish this video, this WhatsApp. By the time you miss 2 rak'ahs or 3 rak'ahs.
So it's always difficult in Zohor because you are in work, at work.
Ah.
You are, sometimes meetings and things like that.
Yeah. So that's why no meetings between 12:30 and 2. Just do that. Tell them if the sky falls on earth, I will not attend meeting. You have to control your... unless you work for someone crazy, may Allah be with you. Serious. But you are the boss. Tell them, don't disturb me. Salat time is very sacred for me. Tell them that. Wallahi al-Azim, we used to tell non-Muslims about that. No handshakes. When I'm going to a meeting, I said, listen, it's a religious thing. The women, no handshakes with me, please. They respect that. And prayer time. And no liquor, no... Man, with time, when they know you, they start telling you, sir, isn't it prayer time for you? Oh, thank you.
Actually, the problem
They remind you of, like Zohor, they don't know Zohor, but they say, isn't it your noon prayer?
Actually, the problem is our society, we are always afraid or shy to show the religiousness.
Yes, but we are shy to show our feet and our legs and our hair. Right or wrong? Not the Malay. Even your hijab sometimes is crazy. The girl is wearing tudung, wearing very tight jeans. What type of hijab is that? And t-shirt up to here. What type of hijab is that, my sister? Or see-through. You are wearing something, covering your head, but see-through. We see something under your... Same thing for brothers. He's so shy to show his religiosity, but he's not shy driving Maserati. Show his humbleness. Even it's about to rain and still, mashallah, he wants to show who's the driver. You got it? Don't. We need to learn to be Muslims first, not Malays, not Arabs. Islam said, be respectful, don't hide your deen. I just shared with you in Tafseer Wednesday in Surah Al-Hasan. I said the ayah of Surah Fussilat, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, who is better in speech than the one who does da'wah, does do good deed, and say, I'm a Muslim. Never hide your Islam. That's why I think sisters are better than us. The way they dress, already they are saying they are Muslims. Many of us, you don't know if he's a Muslim or not because the dress doesn't show. You sisters, mashallah, with your hijab. So you are ahead of us. Congratulations. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
What can I do for you, brothers? That's it. Last but not least. So, Ya Allah, erase our sins. Ya Allah, forgive our sins. Ya Allah, have mercy on us. Ameen. Anta Mawlana. Speak to Allah and tell Him, Ya Allah, I'm making dua for you because you are my Mawla. You are our protector. We have no one to protect us. Imagine sisters, brothers. You go to someone and say, brother, after Allah, I have only you. Please help me. How do you think that brother will take it? I personally feel obliged to help you now. If you say that, like one sister in Algeria told me, Sheikh, after Allah, I have only you now. Because her husband died and she said, please help me and stay with me. So I said, don't worry, inshallah. I feel obliged because she said, look, you are. She showed that, please help me. And she said something good. She said, after Allah, I have only you. I don't have father, I don't have brother. But I count on you to help me in certain things after the death of her husband. Because he left Anagati. When someone tells you, human tells you this, how about the human telling this to Allah? Anta Mawlana. We admit, Ya Allah, you are our protector. Then Allah will protect you. Learn how to talk to Allah. Learn how to speak to Allah. Allah loves that you praise Him first. Offer salawat to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then when you make dua, you say, Ya Rabb, you are my Lord. Rabbana, Allahumma, Anta Mawlana. These are key words for Allah to answer your dua. Then Allah will grant you. فَانْصُرْنَا عَلَى الْقَوْمِ الْكَافِرِينَ. Therefore, give us victory over the disbelieving people. So you see, sisters and brothers, always make this dua because you have disbelievers in Malaysia. We have disbelievers living in Malaysia. And they're after power of the country. Careful. Careful to lose power to them. When we have power, we are nice to them. When they have power, they are not going to be nice to us. Remember that. Because they don't believe in what we believe in. Look at just Singapore. They said we're going to be nice to the Malays. Look at how Malays live in Singapore. And don't be tricked by Yaqub, president. Give me prime minister. Sheikh? Never. Because the bucks and the real power is in the hand of prime minister, not president. You got it or not?
Yes.
So, when we say, why not you give us power? Because you are not believing. You want to be the power? Become Muslim first. No problem. Declare that you are Muslim. You cannot have it both ways. In Muslim countries, Muslims rule. Look at the Jews. Palestine, how they deal with the Muslims. The Palestinian will not kill a Jew because, unless you occupy my land. So throughout history, remember that. فَانْصُرْنَا عَلَى الْقَوْمِ الْكَافِرِينَ. Ya Allah, give us victory over foreign kafir. This dua, we don't hear it in Jumu'ah. Allahumma ansurna ala al-Yahudi wal-Nasara. No more. Allahumma ansurna al-Kafirin. Okay, you don't want to upset your boss Trump and Macron who has problem today. Today we'll see France what will happen, inshallah. Say amen. They took the tanks. Here is democracy. They showed our true colors. Because they cannot control the demonstration. Do you know what's happening in the world? Or
Riot.
Yes, right.
Riot in France.
Yellow vest.
or ربنا ولك الحمد. Now the tanks come out. Why? Because they don't want Macron. Macron is married to that old lady who is a Rothschild daughter. You know that or not? So he's working only for the rich. How do you think a young kid coming to power just like that? His wife. So people upset. Why? They said, what? And their livelihood is much better than ours. So which means it's not the livelihood that people want. What people want, at bottom line, is justice. Give me the same chance like the rich. Why you don't give me? Why they live like aristocracy? So aristocracy came back. And the French very brutal. The French very brutal. Study history, 1789, the French Revolution. Their motto was, hang the last noble with the intestines of the last priest. Guillotine, chopping the heads. It was the French. So they have forgotten. So they want to create fitna in the Muslim world. Here it is. Allah is so wise. He knows what He does. So now we watch. We watch what will happen. And it's spreading. It went to Brussels. It went to Holland. It could go to England. It can go to Spain, to Italy, because they have always lived from us. Commonwealth of Britain. What what wealth you get from Britain? Show me. Your wealth is common to them. Their wealth is not common to you. Did you see? Or what is common is watching soccer, Liverpool playing, I don't know. That's common. That's the only thing common. They give you a match of to watch. No, give me oil, give me no. They can't because they have nothing. But they take your cooking oil, your rubber, your tin, timber. And then you love them so much you still go holiday there. Holiday and foggy. What's wrong with you?
Foggy.
Fog, you see nothing, you come back. When they come here, look what they see. Nice beaches, Langkawi, Tioman. Did you see? And even their pound, 6 ringgit almost.
Yeah.
You, 6 pound, 1 ringgit, 1 pound, 6 ringgit, 1 pound. You still love them and go to them. What's wrong with you? Go to Kenya, go to Muslim countries, see.
Nigeria.
Oh, that there.
Allahu Akbar.
Maybe, I mean it. Okay, let me have a deal with you. Have me have a deal with you. Can you please go visit all the Muslim countries? And when you finish, go to London. How about that? I will even go with you. Don't worry. Do you know how long it takes you to finish the Muslim world?
Yeah.
But very smart. British, where do they go? Tanzania, South Africa, Lesotho, Zambia. There, enjoy. Nice weekend, nice week, 2 weeks, one safari. But they show you Africa, always a child and flies around him. But that's not Africa. That's not Africa. As if in London there are no flies.
A lot of homeless.
Yeah. You see what they picture to you? And then suddenly they put you with MH, Malaysia Airlines, or this, at 2,988 ringgit. Very cheap to fly to London. But the moment you land, very smart. They give you a cheap ticket, but later on, but for them, come here very cheap. I will just keep reminding you actually. It's your life, it's your problem. Ya Allah, Ya Tuhan kami, may you bless all my hadirin, hadirat brothers and sisters. And those who are living for Umrah, may Allah protect them, be with them, and make them enjoy their Umrah, inshallah. And may Allah give them afu, maghfirah, and rahmah. Ameen. Sisters, brothers, may Allah bless each and every one of you, especially your kids. May Allah make them good Muslims, good mu'mins, those who love truly Allah and love Rasulullah, love their parents, love their ustaz and ulama, and follow the advice of their parents and follow the advice of the ustaz. May Allah make us among those who, inshallah, always make a difference in people's life by nasiha and by, inshallah, good example. May Allah give you a wonderful day, the rest of the day, full of closeness to Him. May Allah feed you in Jannatul Firdaus, and may Allah make this brotherhood and sisterhood among the family, among friends present here, stronger and stronger. Those who are sick, may Allah give them shifa. Ya Allah, give shifa and speedy recovery to all my sisters and brothers who are sick. Those who passed away, may Allah give them Jannatul Firdaus. And those traveling tomorrow for Umrah, may Allah be with them. And may Allah give us a chance to join them soon, inshallah. May Allah protect you from MBS. May Allah protect you from MBS.
Amin.
And if you ever ask, do you know Sheikh Zoubir? Said, who Sheikh Zoubir? That day.
Amin.
Assalamu alaikum.